intelligence agents of the United States.
Senator Jack Reed, thank you so much for being with us. And these are all questions also for Democratic Congressman Anthony Weiner, who is in Jerusalem right now, joining us from there. Let's pick up that conversation because, Congressman, the Middle East relies on intelligence. We had a horrendous loss in 1983 in Beirut, lost a generation of key operatives, and now we've lost what may be a similar number and level of experience of agents and officers also in Yemen.
Well, look, there's no doubt about it that this was an enormous loss of life, an enormous loss of assets for our intelligence community. But we also have to realize something else, that we rely on countries like Jordan, with whom our intelligence community has a very close relationship, to help us break into some of these sects. But you realize something else from a case like this, that the echo chamber of leaks and recriminations and the like, it's very difficult to find people you can trust when trying to learn about what's going on in Afghanistan. We could have the best possible plan in the world. If we don't have good sources of intelligence and we're not able to trust them, we're not going to get very far.
Now, you're sitting in Jerusalem, where we've had basic stalemate, change of government in Israel within the last couple of years, a frustrated Palestinian leadership. The more moderate Palestinians have been in charge, but at the same time, we haven't had real negotiations. Now, Mahmoud Abbas has met in Egypt with President Mubarak. Do you think that negotiations can get off the mark? Because it has been a real failure so far of this administration to get Middle East talks even going.
Well, look, on one hand, there is some good news here. This has been the most peaceful year in the longest time. The economy in the West Bank has improved dramatically. A lot more responsibility has been turned over to the Palestinian Authority. But you are exactly right. The Palestinian Authority has asked for more money from the U.S. taxpayer, asked for more money from the world community, and yet they're doing nothing but making conditions and more conditions on whether they'll start to negotiate peace. The time has come not only for Mahmoud Abbas, but also for countries like Saudi Arabia to say, look, let's try to get this done. There's a common enemy out there in Iran that should be frightening countries like Egypt, the Palestinians, and, of course, Israel and the rest of the world.
Congressman Anthony Weiner, thank you very much for joining us from Jerusalem. Safe travels home. And what political story will be making headlines in the next